Of the happiest place on earth, where any discount that they offer is just a little joke, and you have to get a bank loan for a churro and a coke. Mickey's got a strong pimp hand at Disneyland.
Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey.
With the geek by your side, even if your butt is wide, you can roll with pride through the red fair. With the geek, you'll be fine. You can look like Frankenstein. He will not decline. You're the answer to his prayer. His geeks don't care. I wanna rock, but that means being inclusive of people and the cultures without appropriating them. I wanna rock, but that means being conducive to a balanced life of work and play and avoiding all blues. And I wanna rock. 'Cause I got boots and a hoo-hoo with nothing really better to do than me. With a magic wand from Hitachi, my friends would often ask me why my clothes are all askew. And I'd be digging in my pockets like I was a kangaroo. 'Cause nature will have blessed me with a man in a canoe. I got boobs and a hoo-hoo. I got boobs and a hoo-hoo.
Miss Garcia, the vaguely slutty Spanish teacher. What young man could learn how to roll his R's when his pants look like he's hiding cigars? The only phrase in his mind is estoy cachando, which is Spanish for I'm super horny. Visions of hot dogs wrapped in tortillas was a legend of Miss Garcia.
Super Danny's only super when he's blackout drunk. He can stop a robbery just by blowing chunks. When you see the damn signal of a bottle of Jack in the sky, let you know you can rely on Super Dan. Oh, you can bet that he will show. Oh, 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 if he's face down in a Merlot. Put on some sweatpants. It's a wet pants and fuzzy slippers. Put on some sweatpants. I said they still fit tight and your butt still looks nice, but you won't have to walk like you're walking on ice. So wet pants, kitties and boots, 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 kitties and boots. I'm gonna get me designer babies, the kind that don't eat, don't cry, don't shit. I'm gonna get me designer babies, no butthole, butthole, butthole. I'm gonna get me designer babies, the kind that don't eat, don't cry, don't shit. I'm gonna get me designer babies, no butthole, butthole, butthole.
And here we are. It's Thursday. It's word salad. You know what's up. Here we are. My name's Phil. It's nice to be here. I have, there we go. All right, we got the chat thing working today. What's up? Glenn's in the house. What's up, Glenn? We'll let a few more people get in here. We got just a couple people watching, but it's early days. Welcome. You know what I make that bangy bangy sound on? Is this old thermos, because it's got a nice sound to it. I'm going to use it in a song at some point. I don't know when yet, but it's going to happen. So let's have a little song while people are rolling in here. And if you're rolling in, say what's up in the chat. Let me know what you're up to this evening. We're going to have a good old time for the next half hour or so. What's up, Brittany? Good to see you. She locked eyes with me and asked me my name, and I knew nothing would ever be the same. It was love at first sight, and I knew I was right when 5 minutes later she called out my name. Venti hot chocolate for Bill. How cute she's playing, she knows my name's Phil. Venti hot chocolate for Bill. Nobody's perfect, I said my name's Phil. She said whatever and walked away. All right, okay, there we go. All right. I'm good tonight, Glenn. Thank you very much for asking. It's been a long day. This is the first chance I've gotten to just sit down and play guitar today, which is nice. It's been a day full of meetings and being educated, learning things, fixing things, creating things. But it was all outside of actually just sitting with my good old piece of wood and making some music. So it's nice to be able to do that here. Probably have a little bit smaller crowd than we did last week, only because I didn't send out like a big blast for this one tonight, because Saturday is the artist showcase that I'm doing, and I didn't want to mix messages and have people get all confused about that, so I didn't send out a big blast for this one. But we'll talk about the artist showcase here in a second. Let's do another tune while we're at it here. I maxed out my credit cards because I loved you, and I can't believe that you don't even care. The collection agencies keep on calling, but I'm letting them pay for your new pair of fake boobs. There we go. All right. Couldn't quite hit some of those notes, could I? That's all right. That's all right. Getting a little warmed up. Had some good shows last weekend. I was in the San Luis Obispo area last weekend working with Claude Stewart, Ray Chasson, Rich Chasson, Sarah, I'm forgetting everybody's names. Actually, here's the dumbest thing I did. One of the comics on the bill, Corey Robinson, he and I have been friends for probably going on 15 years now. I got into comedy a couple years before he did, and I was there when he first started. And I was hosting the shows on Saturday night, and I could not remember Corey's name for the life of me when I brought him up on stage. He goes by Corey Showtime Robinson. And I got to Corey Showcase. No, Corey, come on up here. That's how I introduced him. It was a tragedy. And he of course, posted the video on Instagram of me misintroducing him. And I said, I'm never going to live that down, am I? And he said, no, you are not. So go find Corey Robinson. He's very funny, and you should check him out as well. But it was good shows. We made some good new friends. Sarah Halstead, that's her name. And we were up till 2:30 in the morning yakking about all sorts of great stuff after the shows. And then Sunday, I'm going to give you want some real inside comedy dirt here? Sunday, I was doing a little tacked on show. And I think I mentioned this a little bit in the group, but I was doing a little tacked on show. It was basically an open mic for the locals, and then the producer brings in like a legit headliner like me and a legit host. Sarah was hosting. And I went in, and it was a very small crowd. There was like 7 people and 7 comics. Now, 2 of the people, the regular people, already know my work very well. They're friends of the family. Like, they really know what's up. And then there was another table of 3 people who I knew ahead of time were not going to enjoy what I was going to do that evening. And then there was one other couple, and then 7 comics. And so I thought to myself, well, I want that one couple. The other people, they're not going to like me anyway. And I did eventually walk them about 2/3 into the show. And so I decided that I needed to play a different show than what, I was doing the show that I actually planned on, but I was directing it in a different way. I was playing for the comics. Why? Because most of those local comics book shows. And so I was going to go for a higher bar of difficulty, even if it didn't work out well, so that they would book me for their shows. And I did get four booking offers after the show. So worked out nicely for that. I did walk that table of people who I knew weren't going to like me. Actually, 2 of them did like me, but the mom was like super religious, and I was doing some religion material, and she couldn't handle it. I also did a brand new bit about candy corn, which is coming out really well. Boy, does that sound like it's going to be a wholesome, family-friendly bit, and it is not. It is not. It's going to be fun. A lot of good stuff coming up. So anyway, let's, real quick here. So Saturday, like I said, is the artist showcase that I'm doing. That's why we're a little lighter tonight, because I didn't send out a big blast on this one. But if you don't have your ticket for the artist showcase yet, let me drop a link in the chat for you. Artist Showcase tickets free. And let's see here. Where's that link? There you go. Oh, man. It won't. It's too long. Shoot. Hang on. Wait a minute. I'll make this work. Boy, I know this is riveting live streaming. Watch me try and type something. Okay, there's the link for the Artist Showcase tickets right there in the chat. Take that link for free. Artist Showcase tickets. Okay, so that's this Saturday. That's the 5th. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific time, so a little bit later than this one is. And we're going to have a good time. Those shows are different. Those are kind of like Phil 101. No, Dana, you did not miss it all. Yay, you're here. The Artist Showcase shows are kind of like Phil 101, right? I'm going to show you some of my best songs, my best stand-up stuff. I'm going to tell you some stories, behind the scenes type of stories on that stuff. They're super, super fun shows, and I got some fun, extra, crazy stuff I'm going to show you on those as well. All right, cool. Let's do another song, and then we'll talk about some of the other shows I got coming up and all that kind of stuff. I got a new toy right here I got to show you as well. All right, anyway, let's do this one. Oh, let's see. Just curious to know how you are twice as many subscribers than I am. I mean, I get it. We're probably both small YouTubers, whatever. Secret, mostly music. Oh, thank you. Elegant Media. Tell me your name. Elegant Media 95, because I can't read that. I need glasses. Anyway, I have as many subscribers as I do on YouTube because my YouTube channel has been around forever and a day. It should be way, way larger than it actually is. It's taking me way too long to get that many subscribers, but it's because I don't necessarily focus on that so much. Anyway, let's do this song. She set my heart on fire. She set my heart on fire. And I can't get off the floor to let the EMTs in the door, because she stabbed me in the chest with a barbecue lighter. I blew the end. I screwed it up. Why? Because I saw Sean McGonigal yell, "Phil!" in the comments. And I looked at it and I forgot what I was doing. It's your fault, Sean, but welcome to the show. Oh, yes. Having some fun. That's the thing. I watched the comments, and you guys can see the comments on the screen there, too. I got that working today for the good stuff. Eli. Excellent. Excellent, Eli. Oh, Eli, Giant, Metal, 95. Now it makes sense, Eli. Very good. Very good. Honestly, Eli, it's just asking people to subscribe when I'm talking to them. And good. Glenn's got himself some tickets. Excellent. And just asking people to subscribe when I'm interacting with them on other things. That's pretty much it. And, Eli says he's been on YouTube since 2016. I don't know how old my channel is, but it's got to be going on 10 years. I mean, like I got in fairly early. Dana was asking if I ever got that Minnesota gig. I have a Duluth show. But I don't have a Minneapolis show just yet. If I do, it'll be that Sunday in October, because I'm booked in Chicago on Monday. So I have to get to Chicago by Monday to do a show there, but I am still working on some stuff. So we'll make it happen. Speaking of which, shows. Yeah, I know, Dana, I don't expect you to go to Duluth. It's a big state you live in there. This Friday, tomorrow night, I am going to be at Track 7 Brewing, headlining the show there. That's in Sacramento, California. Saturday night, of course, is the Artist Showcase, which will be taking place in my private Zoom room. Grab that link for tickets to that. They're free. Sunday, I will be doing a show here in my hometown in San Jose, which doesn't happen very often. It's a very small little show, but it's going to be fun, at Fox Fermentation Project. in downtown San Jose. I'll be headlining that show. And Sunday afternoon, I'm going to see Buddy Guy in San Francisco. I'm super stoked because I've never seen him before. And then next week, Friday and Saturday, I will be at the Alameda Comedy Club featuring for Kira Sotanovich, which is going to be a blast because she is super funny and I can't wait to work with her. So that's going to be great. And yeah, let's do some songs. If you got any requests about stuff you want to hear, feel free and drop them in the comments there. I'm going to do this one. This one's not even my song. This is one of the very first, I don't want to say it's the first comedy song I heard because I grew up on like, Bob, can't think of his name now. His son's a comic named Andrew. Bob Rivers. I don't know if you remember the old Bob Rivers stuff. He put out Christmas albums that were like Wreck the Malls with my friend Charlie. So I listened to that old Bob Rivers stuff. And if you haven't seen Andrew Rivers, his son is a comedian. He's very funny. So this is like, as I was getting started in comedy music, this was one of the first comedy songs that I ran across. Yeah, I know what you mean, Eli. All right, here we go. Dear penis, I don't think I like you anymore. Used to watch me shave, now all you do is stare at the floor. Oh, dear penis, I don't like you anymore. It used to be you and me, a paper towel and a dirty magazine. That was all we needed to get by. And now it seems things have changed, and I think you're the one to blame. Dear penis, I don't like you anymore. He sings, dear Rodney, I don't think I like you anymore. 'Cause when you get to drinking, you put me places I ain't never been before. Oh, Rodney, I don't like you anymore. Why can't we just get a grip on our man-to-hand relationship? Come to terms with truly how we feel. If we put our heads together, we might just stay home forever. Dear penis, I think I like you after all. Oh, and Rodney, while you're shaving, shave my balls. There we go. Little dear penis, Rodney Carrington. That's why there's the name Rodney in the song. If you haven't heard that before, that's a song by Rodney Carrington. I learned a lot from Rodney Carrington watching. I've never worked with the guy, but I learned a lot from watching his shows, listening to his albums. I learned how to structure my own show. And it changed quite a bit in my time watching Rodney work. So anyway, yeah, Eli, I hope we're gonna hit that 1,000 pretty soon. You and me both, buddy. Dana, funny. Brittany, cool. Brittany's got her ticket for the showcase. Awesome. And thank you, Eli. I appreciate that. I feel like my voice is a little off tonight, but making do. Speaking of songs, I have been making some wild headway on the next single. And I just finished cutting the master lead vocal. I have to go back in and do some backing vocal stuff and get that taken care of, and then get into the mixing process. But it's coming along really well. There was a section I was kind of worried about. I didn't know how I was going to approach it, but it came out super cool. And it is going to be a pretty wild version of this song. It is a cover song. It is not a comedy song, but I find it funny. At least the way that I'm doing it. We'll talk more about that later. But I actually did post a clip from right here in the recording studio, a clip of me recording those master vocals in the gold member section of my Inner Circle. So if you're a gold member of the Inner Circle, you can go check that out in there. You know, just zap your card on your phone and you can check that out. And by the way, the new cards are in and they look super cool. We'll talk about it. Let's do another song. We'll get to that in a second. I'll tell you a little more about Inner Circle. Yep, for sure. Okay, here we go. The flames are all gone. The pool of souls is quiet. The lava falls have stopped. Satan's got a jacket on, 'cause hell is frozen over. There's ice on the acid sea. So now will you go out with me? There we go. That song is called A Promise is a Promise. And it is from the album, The Itty Bitty Ditty Committee. So if you haven't heard that album yet, it's an album full of those very short songs like that. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Eli. I appreciate that a lot. I have another friend called Eli who is an awesome dude too. So lots of good Elis in the world, I feel. I don't know that I've ever met a bad Eli. There's some names you just know, like sometimes you hear a name and you're like, I'm not gonna like that dude. But I've never met a bad Eli. I've met bad Bills. Like I hear the name Bill and I'm like, I don't know. If there's anybody named Bill watching, I'm sorry. So hey, let me do this real quick. So I do have. It seems like there's something else I was going to tell you about too. I'll have to remember. I have a project that is starting that we've been working very, very hard on, and a few people are already in there who've been early adopters in it, and I super appreciate that. But we've been working on this for quite a while, and it is called My Inner Circle, the Philogelos Inner Circle, and it is super cool. I'm going to give you a link here in a second, but essentially what you get is you're going to get like extended behind the scenes comments, stuff from my vault. I'm going to tell you more about it another time, but I just want to kind of give you the rundown. But what you actually get is you get one of these cards in the mail. And this is your VIP relic card. And you tap this card to your phone, and it will show you your digital goodies that you get. And I can control what's on this card. And I can send you a message and go, hey, check your card. Something cool on there. And so it's very, very fun. These are NFC cards, not NFT, but NFC cards, near field communication. And you just zap it, you just touch it to your phone, and some cool stuff comes up. So if you would like to check out what's going on with this whole Inner Circle thing, we're going to be talking about it more over the next few weeks as I start to really ramp it up and tell you guys about it. But I'm very excited. It's going to be so much fun doing this. Kind of thing. So Inner Circle, I'm going to put options, and then the link is right there. Okay. So you can check that out to see all the great stuff you get. And there's 3 levels of the Inner Circle. There's a bronze, there's a VIP, starter, VIP, and gold memberships that you can get there. And I will tell you this, right now, if you buy one of the tokens that gets you in and gets you the card here, you're going to get a lifetime access for one tiny little price into my Inner Circle. That's the way we're doing it right now. That probably is going to change in the next couple of months, and it'll become more of like a monthly subscription, like a Patreon. But right now, as we're kind of cranking it up, and yes, Dana, you do have a bronze membership, in fact. So you can, but that doesn't come with the card. So I'll have to remind me. I'll send you the link for the Inner Circle portal if you don't have it yet. I thought I sent you that already, but I may have not. So that one doesn't come with the card if I'm doling them out like that. I don't think. Maybe I did send you through the card thing. I don't know. I'll have to check. Anyway, if you want to check that out, grab that link, see what's in there. It's later on. It's going to be a monthly membership type thing. Right now, one little price, one very tiny little price gets you a lifetime membership in that. All right. So anyway, we got that. Seems like there was something else that I was supposed to tell you about today, and I cannot remember what it is. So give me 1 second here to. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that later. Okay. Let's see. What are we going to sing? I wish only the best for you, and I wish for your happiness too, and I wish for your new boyfriend Steve, motherfucking Steve, to have his nutsack torn wide open in a chainsaw accident. It doesn't take it off, but just opens it right up. So he has to chase his testicles as they're rolling down the driveway while he bleeds and think, oh my God, I had those in my mouth. Because that's where I found them when I found out you don't love me anymore. There we go. All right. So I was just, watching the comments. So Eli, you get the card, hit that link that I put in the chat above there. You can see the different levels of the inner circle that you can check out there. And there's different, it is not free. There are a cost involved with them. But it's very inexpensive. That's the word I was looking for. It's very inexpensive. Brittany, yeah. So I think with the free memberships that I gave out, I don't think it comes with the card, but I did send you the portal link. If you don't have it, let me know and I'll send it to you again. And I might be able to get you the card. I'll have to figure that out. Some extra I got to do on my end. But we'll make that happen. Thank you, Sean. I'm glad you like the R-rated shit. Let's see. Dana says, I used to know a trans woman previously called Steve. She hated the name so much she wouldn't even eat stevia because it had Steve in it. That's funny. That's hilarious. All right. Cool. Let's see here. We got just a couple more minutes left, 5 minutes or so here, and then it's I gotta go eat some dinner. It's garbage night. I gotta do all that super rock star stuff like cook dinner and take the garbage out. Some things never change. Some things never change. This one's called DNA Test. Swab your cheek, or get your bodily critique. DNA, it's quite a twister. Just found out my wife's my sister. Pulled apart just after birth, opposite ends of the earth. But we maybe should have known since we met at the family reunion. There we go. Yeah, I was just thinking there's a bit that I've been working on. I haven't got it quite worked out yet, but there's this is a true fact, is that our entire skin as human beings is completely new, like every 3 years or something like that. Like every 3 years, we have every single skin cell in our body has changed over into a new cell. And I just think that would be great if it happened all at once, right? Just like, right? You just die for a second and then come back. I think the world would be a lot better off if we all just died for a second once every 3 years. And then came back totally new. And like maybe it doesn't work the same way every time. Just be like, oh, I'd like you to meet my wife, my husband, Steve. Dana, your story just made me think of that. It's a bit I've been working on. I've never performed it yet. It's still in my notebooks, but I feel like it's something that might have some legs on it. With fresh, new, old, ugly skin. That's why we got to take care of it. We got to take care of it. All right, so I'm going to do one more song before we go. But before we do that, if you're enjoying the show and you would like to support me in whatever way you would like to do that, whether that is monetarily or just listening to my songs and boosting the algorithms, sharing with your friends, all that kind of good stuff, I'm going to drop a link in the chat here. And I wonder if it'll let me. I got to shorten all these links because this thing only lets me put in so many characters for some reason. Let's see if that works. That works. All right, so here's the Support Hub link, and that gives you a variety of options, both non-monetary and monetary. So stuff you can buy or just places to listen to my work, places to share with your friends, all that kind of good stuff. So if you're enjoying what I'm doing, whether this or anything else, then click that link and help me out, and that'll be awesome. Because the more we can do this, the more we can build this whole thing, and I'm very excited. There's been a lot of good momentum lately, and I'm super happy to have you all aboard here. So let's do one last one here, and then we'll call it an evening. All right, this is a song about Disneyland. Let me start that again. I took an early plane at 7:45. I drove up to the gate of that gleaming Mickey's eye. Gave the parking guy my wallet, and he sucked that puppy dry. Guess I'll hit the ATM inside of the happiest place on earth. Jesus, you think I know this by now. Where any discount that they offer is just a little joke, and you have to get a bank loan for a churro and a Coke. Mickey's got a strong pimp hand at Disneyland. I strolled on through the gate of that wondrous magic place, and I was met by a mouse up in my face. And I know his name is Mickey, but his palms are a little sticky. Now my wallet's gone without a trace. Goddamn rat. At the happiest place on earth, where all the birds look like they're talking and plastic flowers bloom, 'cause Goofy's selling roofies inside the tiki room. Mickey's got a strong pimp hand at Disneyland. All I wanted was a t-shirt. Why, oh why does my butt hurt? Well, Minnie Mouse is a big flirt. Just put the money on the dresser, and if you can't pay your way in, be aware of Mickey's hitmen. There's 7 of the little kin. Dopey, grumpy, bashful, sleepy, sneezy, doc, and trigger happy. I stepped onto a boat to hear the children sing. It's a small world, it's such a sweet refrain. Then I saw something that had me quite confused. A bunch of them were making tennis shoes at the happiest place on earth, until you lose all of your money playing cards with Donald Duck. And for just a little honey, Winnie the Pooh will get you a good time. Mickey's got a strong pimp hand at Disneyland. Mickey's got a strong pimp hand at Disneyland. Down it up in a shallow grave by a murderous little dwarf at Disneyland. There we go. All right. That's it. That one is called Happiest Place on Earth. You can find that on all the streamers and all the places, of course. Studio version, super different than that one, too. It's very cool. Yeah, thanks, Sean. You'd think I would know these songs by now. I've been singing them for years, some of these. All right. Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you. Who'd I miss? Who's still here? Thank you, Glenn. Glenn's here. All right. You guys have been fantastic tonight, as always. I appreciate your time and your support and your giggles, your virtual giggles, all that kind of stuff. Be sure to hit those links in the chat there. You've got the link for the free Artist Showcase tickets for Saturday night at 7 p.m. Pacific. That'll be on Zoom. We'll be doing that. We'll get together for a good time there. And then you've got the link for the Inner Circle if you are interested in checking out the Inner Circle. Again, for very limited time, it is one price, lifetime membership, depending on, there's 3 different levels in there that you can check out. That will go to a monthly membership later on. You'll get your cool card there. Remind me, those of you, Dana and Brittany, remind me about the card thing. Please send me an email on those. And then I sent you the support link as well. If you enjoyed the show or anything else I've done, you can go in there. That's where you can send money, buy things. You can also just listen to things and pump up the algorithms for me. Share with your friends. All right. You all are champions of my heart. And I'll see you next week. Bye.